Whole half had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it?
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, and that's caught by Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
First down, Saints.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. For Ty Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
56, Mike, 56, right there. They're 5-2, I'm here. Let's go, dude.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Crunch, 357. Two jet. 56, check 56. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
From the 27, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 27 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Check four, check four. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
6-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. It's a second down run with Sanders. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
DeMario Davis on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Eagles 7, Saints nothing.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 42. All right, D, let's all right, D. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Here we go, D.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Point after.
I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Breeze picked off by his nemesis, Nikel Roby-Coleman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
74.
Here's Wentz to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Eagles add on to their lead.
Jake Elliott.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 13.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now, he had time there. Do you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover it downfield because, as you said, you have that much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
10-10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me...
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Brings up 4th.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
10-10. At their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Hustle, hustle. Safety's creeping.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
5-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 42, Saints nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
5-8. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Watch twist. Watch you kill. Deuce. 5-8.
On first down, Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Breeze now on first down. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Pass complete to
Jared Cook.
Touchdown.
There to make the grab. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On first down, Sanders. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down.
first and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
At the Saints' 3-yard line.
He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing on second and 8. Breeze. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 8. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Eagles 56, Saints 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
They go with Murray again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jackson to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check, 47.
Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Second and 7 from the 20.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30.
Breeze.
And one of the whistles for timeout.
Michael Thomas.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.